Hi, welcome to this week's headlines. I'm Keith Kam. Here are the highlights. The great 1MDB debate. It's on, and then it's not, and then it is, and then finally it's off. In a nutshell, 1MDB boss Arul Kandasamy first agreed to debate DAP MP Tony Phua, and RTM had agreed to air it. And then the Dewan Rakyat speaker said Phua is a no-no, and then Rafizi Ramli was tasked to take over, and then RTM said no way. And then Arul Kanda said, no, I want to debate Tony, not Rafizi. So finally, no debate. All 12 countries participating in the Trans-Pacific Partnership have released the full text of the agreement on various online government platforms. All 6,000 pages worth of it. For Malaysia, our people's representatives in Parliament will now debate and vote the TPPA at the next sitting early next year. Check out our headlines, download our podcast on the TPPA to find out more. On the international scene, Russian airline Metrojet Flight 9268 from Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt, bound for St. Petersburg in Russia, crashed about 25 minutes into its journey, killing 224 people. Suspicion now lies with Islamic State, who are believed to have placed a bomb on board. And now for our main story, vaping or e-cigarettes. Good for you? Bad for you? Let's find out. Okay, this week saw the government, always concerned about our health, deciding to wade into the vaping debate. So, is it good for you? Is it bad for you? First off, the Malaysian cabinet made it clear that there will be no outright ban on the use of e-cigarettes. What it will do, however, is to educate the public and regulate the habit. Because, this method has worked so well with smoking regular cigarettes. The electronic cigarette hit the market back in 2004, and many smokers saw it as an alternative to regular cigarettes and feel it may help them quit smoking. So vaping, which is the use of e-cigarettes, gained traction. So now our health ministry believes vaping might even be just as harmful, as the e-liquid that makes the e-cigarette what it is contains nicotine, the same stuff in regular ciggies. However, Professor Dr. Jerry Stimson, a public health sociologist with over 40 years of experience in public health and policies and research, he cites a recent report by Public Health England, which strongly endorses e-cigarettes.
Public Health England, they commissioned an expert review to look at the relative safety of e-cigarettes compared with smoked tobacco. And they conclude that e-cigarettes are at least 95% less risky than smoking cigarettes. Advantage of the Public Health England evidence review is that somebody has done a lot of work for us. So, all countries have got to come to their own decisions, but it's certainly a source which should be looked at.
And so the decision to regulate the habit was born. Among things being considered include imposing excise duties on e-cigarettes, another tax. So what do vapers think? I wanted to confirm, is that what they call vapers? Now, mind you, many have been using vaping as a way to quit smoking and not be smokers.
Normally I buy a pack and I buy like orange juice or something to buy. Now I don't have that bite or the orange juice. I just smoke now.
I don't know yet, but I think on long term is going to change my lifestyle. Probably less money for other activity. I will spend more money for the cigarettes. So
after I switched to vape, actually I don't think of cigarette anymore. So it doesn't matter for me whether it goes up or not.
Would you switch to vaping as a cheaper alternative?
If it's really, really cheap, yeah, but I'm not a person who vapes all the time.
But if I have to find a cheaper alternative, probably a rolling cigarettes, but not vaping.
I've been trying on both vape and smoking at the same time, but vaping is just not enough for me to, because I'm a very heavy smoker, you see, I smoke 2 packs a day, so it's not enough, the amount of effect from vape is not enough for me to replace cigarette completely, especially after meals and so on.
I think I'm done with cigarettes now. I've started. I mean, if they're going to ban anything, they might as well ban cigarettes.
In the meantime, smokers now find themselves having to burn more money to maintain their habit. If you smoke 1 pack a day, you will now be spending 18 ringgit daily. Now that works out to 540 ringgit a month. If you vape, on average, you probably spend about 100 ringgit or so. That is if you don't buy all the fancy paraphernalia. Of course, everyone has their agenda. The tobacco companies would prefer e-cigarettes to not be around. Economics, The government is worried about the Rakyat's health. Humans in general just find it hard to break a habit. Okay, I'm sure there must be some other thing you can stick in your mouth and still feel satisfied, no? Like this rainbow lollipop? Thanks for watching. Do drop us a note on what you think. Should vaping be regulated? Should it be banned? What about regular cigarettes, since we are also concerned about nicotine content? I'm Keith Kam. Have a great weekend, everyone. Happy Deepavali.